back, Sasha Cohen takes the ice. Returning after a season of injury, will she land the quad? The U.S. silver medalist from the year 2000 skates. But first, Peggy takes a look at a layback spin and what it should look like.
You know, a lot of people have asked me after the '68 Olympics of how I did my layback spin. And it's a really difficult spin because you're in this layback position. You're actually looking at the ceiling as you're spinning around. And it's a really strange feeling, but you do get used to it. And Sarah Hughes here has one of the classic layback spins. And she does it by squaring off her hips and arching straight back and getting this wonderful line. She doesn't move from side to side. Now, Sarah, do you think you could show us one? It's easy enough to do a layback with your free leg down low, as Sarah's demonstrating. But watch Sarah as she has a beautiful turned out position. And turned out means that the free leg and foot must be as flat and parallel to the ice as possible. Sarah, that was absolutely beautiful. You know, it takes years and years of practice to perfect a spin like this. And I think you've got it.
ABC Sports coverage of the...
Meanwhile, on the ice, ready to go right now, Sasha Cohen. 2 years ago, she became the next great star on the horizon in the U.S. Now, she's determined to regain that momentum. Burning onto the scene like a comet, Sasha Cohen set the skating community on fire at the 2000 Nationals by winning the short program.
My greatest skating memory so far is when I won Nationals, the short program, and I was sitting in the kiss and cry, and I saw my name go first place after Michelle had skated, and it was just like, oh my gosh, wow.
Sasha finished second overall that year. Everyone eagerly anticipated her next move at the 2001 Nationals, but her ride to stardom was derailed by a nagging injury that proved to be a stress fracture of a vertebra in her lower back. Her bid for gold was put on hold.
It wasn't really like I broke my back, I better stop right now. But it was something that it was a little problem, and I didn't really pay attention to it where I should have. But it got worse and worse.
This August, Sasha began her comeback bid at the Goodwill Games. With a strong performance, she proved to everyone that the injury hasn't affected her focus.
Skating well feels really good, and it's rewarding. I know that I have very high expectations of myself, so if I can satisfy myself, then I think I'm set.
She has come back strong, and now not only trying to win a medal here, but also perhaps trying to make history. Perhaps the first woman ever to complete a quad jump in competition. She'll be trying to do that.
And she's chosen the music Carmen, and we've seen great Carmens in the past, particularly in 1998. What a choice this will be. Look at that stretch, the pointed leg, the turned out foot.
1988 at the Olympics, the Battle of the Carmens. Katarina Witt, Debbie Thomas.
Well, she's taking command of the ice with those beautiful moves she did. Those spirals are spectacular. Now her opening jump is a triple Lutz, double toe. Or actually, this is probably going to be the quad. This is her takeoff. Here she goes, right at inside edge.
Oh, what a wild open. Oh, my gosh, that was a complete blow it out, pop it out move.
It was scheduled to be her third move in her program. She landed some in the practice, in the warm-up here.
You know, the problem is that she probably changed her mind and switched it with this. And that's one of the difficult things of doing in any skater is changing your mind as the choreography takes place.
Right, and she replaced that with the triple Lutz. She tried that and failed.
Oh. You see, and it's just blown her right off the track. Maybe that's one of the great problems that this young lady has demonstrated in the past, and we hope that she can overcome. There was again an attempt, you see. It's just offset her, and you've got to rise above that if you're going to be a champion. But talk about exquisite. That layback is worth any quadruple move.
Absolutely perfect positions.
think my favorite comment from John Nix was, "I'm a conservative Englishman. I don't like gambling, but I'm always outvoted." I'm sure he told her not to do that.
And this is called the Sasha spiral that she just did. That extension and turning to a forward edge is absolutely beautiful.
Sasha Cohen just turned 17 on Friday, and there have been some who've questioned the decision even to put the quad in the program at this point.
Well, I think John Nix was very clear in wanting her to do 2 clean programs because she's coming into this performance in 4th place, and he wants her at least to be on the gold medal, on the medal stand. Now there's a question about this.
She's unbelievable. Her extensions makes it look so easy.
And a final scratch spin. You see very few forward scratch spins. Nice centering.
Peggy, what about at this age? He's already had a serious back injury, but the wear and tear of practicing something like the quad on an everyday basis.
Well, it's tough. I mean, for her to be doing that quad in the practice, in some ways it could be good for her because doing a triple would seem easy if she can be practicing the quad, but it worked in the reverse for her here.
Disappointing effort for Sasha Cohen.
And here is a look at that quad attempt that she did, this quad Salchow, that inside edge, and she just opened out on that and kind of freaked. And here is a closer look at that edge. Here she takes off on that back inside edge, and her legs just spread apart. She gave up. That's too bad because she was doing so well in the warm-up. And here is a look at this triple toe that she did. She's leaning in the air. Her legs are crossed, and she just could not pull that landing out.
Marks for Sasha Cohen for technical merit.
There's John Nix alongside, doing some teaching right now, no doubt. First set of marks now, 4.6 up to 5.1.
5.1 and 5.1.
Well, it was a very tough performance for her, rather a disaster. But she will learn from this experience.
And the second set, for presentation, 5.1 up to 5.4.